Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not just a game, it can be a whole experience. Taking a new deck you've never played before, building it from the ground up, and making it your own to eventually compete in tournaments at the highest level is just so satisfying to me. To truly get the full, authentic Yu-Gi-Oh! Experience though, we're doing things the old-fashioned way. Our cards can only be obtained from inside a pack or by trading with fellow duelists. This time, we become the king of synchros. Welcome to Playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Properly, Season 2.
Aye. Subscribe.
We've just started our journey on becoming the master of faster, and after putting 3 structure decks to the test, quite successfully if I do say so myself, 3-1 record, not bad, not bad, it's now time to figure out the way forward. Looking at things from a competitive standpoint, our deck has multiple glaring issues, and if we want to get a regional top, which is, you know, always the end goal of these series, we're gonna have to figure out a solution to those issues. Things like our end board always being vulnerable to Super Poly thanks to the Dark Dragon Synchro lock. This lock also makes our deck kind of unable to do anything going second against things like D-Barrier, which is very popular because Thrust is a thing right now. Our deck literally has no way of preventing the Biru, and we do have a lot of graveyard effects, so we need to figure out if we can play through Shifter. A lot of our hands are vulnerable to a single hand trap, so that's also something we're going to need to be able to extend past. And then, of course, basically any floodgate in the game destroys us except maybe Droll. Yeah, this season might be a bit of a struggle, but I believe we can figure it all out. Now, before we do anything else, we have a weekly budget of £30 to spend on sealed product. That's what we're going to do. Hopefully we can get some good cards, some good trade bait, and upgrade our deck.
You alright, mate? You got any spare luck points?
This is where things start to get really juicy and really exciting as we start to obtain upgrades to our deck. And one of the biggest, most impactful singular card upgrades we can get for our deck right now is a Bestial Dispatter, and that currently is a £20 ultra, but we ain't got no trade bait right now, so the goal is to pull it today, baby. Cyberstorm access, 12 packs in total here, but this set is actually really nice. Like, most of the secrets and a lot of the ultras are money as well, so even just one good pool is some decent trade bait. A Chaos Angel is a huge one, would probably be efficient to trade that off rather than keep it for later on. But it's also worth remembering this is the early stages of our deck, so literally any staple or playable card we pull could be an upgrade, and there's a couple of decent cards in here. Super rare Morganite. Even Trap Tracks as a common might be worth playing because it would allow us to play things like Red Rain without feeling too bad about it. But let's not overthink things. 12 packs of Cyberstorm access. Let's get into it. So many good cards, man. We can pull a Quem. We can pull a Sanctifier Dragon, Luluwa Lilith. We have the Despia stuff in here. Dude, there's so many good cards. All right. Reinforce. We have Sweet Dreams, Nemlaria. Manadium. Yo, am I seeing a Synchro monster in the holo slot already? I swear. This is if this is Dispatter, man. Manadium Imaginings. We have Moist Knight, the Comet General. Please, come on, Dispatter. No way! What the fuck? Oh my god. First pack. Dude, that's not real. This is not real. Bestial Dispatter. First fucking pack that we open. Okay, this is huge for our deck. This is actually huge. One of the most important cards we could add right now that's worth anything, actually. We could maybe pick up like Uvulup or Supes, but they're commons. This is huge. That is speechless. I'm actually speechless. Like, no words can describe what just happened, bro. Bestial Dispatter in our first pack. Oh my god. Not rigged, by the way. Like, listen. Not even I believe what just happened. Bro, holy fuck. Oh, okay. We got Big Benki. We got Gold Pride. Golden Cloud Beast Malong. Nice card. And Sulfur Symphony. Okay, I don't think we can use anything there except the Dispatter, baby. Let's go. Okay. Whew. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. Like, we could bin the rest of the packs and I'll be happy, dude. Oh my god. All right, Kitsunebi. We have more super heavy stuff. We got the booster there. Gunkansu Catch of the Day. Etude of the Branded. Yo, I forgot this was actually the set that Etude was in. We could potentially play this in the future if we want to go a Bestial route with Lebellions and stuff. Very nice. That can sit at the back of the binder somewhere. And we have Wannabe. Actually, a really nice super. This might be worth something, actually. Decent trade bait for a super, honestly. God, dude, there's so many good cards in this set. We got a Shattered Colorless Realm, Firewall Phantom, another Malong, and Arlecchino. We literally peaked. We literally peaked in like the first 5 minutes of the episode, man. Mayo Washidori, we have Fusion Duplication, people playing this and branded with Thrust. Vanadium Imaginings, we have Imperial Princess Kinkiri, and a secret rare, Gold Pride. Better luck next time. I cannot remember for the life of me if this is good in terms of value or if it's bad. Honestly, no idea. Secret rare, trade bait, in the binder. Heck yeah, dude. Okay, really, really nice. Let's go. We have Sakitama, Brightest Blazing Branded King, Sorceral Punishment, and another Firewall Phantom. A secret and an ultra. We're like 3 packs deep. What's going on? Gold Pride, it's neck and neck. Another 2 to the branded. We got Motorbike, Bunny Ear Enthusiast, and a Tri-Brigade Roar super rare. Very nice. Still no trap tracks. We have Pearly Sleepy Memory, Sakitama, Pendulum Moon, and Dual Avatar. I'm still in disbelief at this. Like, dude, unreal. Another Mechanical Dance. We have a Moist. We have a 2 to the brand. Oh, yo, we've had this like 1 in every pack. Another Synchro Hollow. Yo, wait, 2? But 2 this pattern? Namlaria. Yo, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on, dudes? Oh my god. Despian, Lulu, well, Lilith. Very nice trade bait. We know what this card does on this channel, obviously. I don't know how much this is. I think it's like 15 pounds, right? Oh my god, these packs are banging, bro. Damn. 2 secrets and a Dispatter. We're not even halfway done, dude. Pendulum Moon, Perlily, Pig Iron, and Sakitama. Honestly, at this point, what else can we pull? Like a Starlight, I guess? Another Mechanical Dance. We have Motorbike again. How did I get here? Wait, that's quite good if I remember correctly. Or is like a field spell kind of thing? Yeah, okay. Kinkiri, we have another Synchro Hollow. What's with all the Synchro Hollows? Super Heavy Samurai, Brave Masurawo. Ultra rare. Don't remember this having any value to it whatsoever, so probably not great, but 2 Ultras and 2 secrets. This is actually nuts, bro. Dream Tower, we have Sleepy Memory, Sakitama, and Hatsugai. We've pulled two secrets, 2 ultras, but no trap tracks, which is a common. This is nuts. This is actually unreal. New Frontier, we have Hewley, the Dual Mechanical, Double Hooking. Is that good, actually? Maybe. How did I get here? And Vanadium Abscission, Spell, Super, Soft Chord Symphony, another Malong, Pendant, and a Shattered Colorless Realm. New Frontier, we have Fufu, Sweet Dreams Namlaria, Fusion Duplication, another Ultra. How is this happening? Libromancer Origin Story. I think this is worthless. This is a Libromancer card though. Kind of cool. Ultra rare. Very, very nice. We got Swordsoul Punishment, Cyber Sage, Pendulum Moon, and another Dream Tower. Hewley. We have Gunkan Suship Catch of the Day, Reinforce, Fallen of Argyros. Look, another Synchro Hollow. What is this going to be? Yo, okay. Super Heavy Samurai, Commander Shanawo. Yeah, that card's not worth anything though. We have a Stealthy, Pig Iron, Dynamorphia Intact, and Sulfur Symphony. 3 packs to go. Surely there is nothing else, right? Moist. We got Booster, Kitsune Kitsunebi, Signet Circuit, and Adularia of the June Moon, level 5, super rare. Vanadium Breakheart, Extra, Gold Pride, and Pig Iron. Okay, 2 packs to go. What do we have? We got Kuit, Booster, Reinforce, Kitsune, and a Vanadium Meek. We're getting quite a lot of Vanadium cards here as well. Might be able to pawn off some of these at some point. We have Stealthy, Breakheart, Dream Tower, and Branded King. Trap Tracks is a common. It's a common! We've literally pulled none. What's going on? Imperial Princess Kinkiri. We have Double Hooking. How did I get here? Fusion Duplication. Let's slap 4 to the front here just in case it is a Starlight. Probably not though. Sulfur Chord Symphony, Big Benki, Pendulum Pendant, Swordsoul Punishment. Yeah, okay, there we go. We didn't pull a single Trap Tracks, dude. Fusion Duplication and a Fusion Monster, B-Trooper Cruel Saturnus. I thought that was going to be a Rinbrum for a sec, but I don't think Rinbrum was actually in this set. I think it was the set before this. But yeah, dude, what an absolute crazy opening. Like, if we were playing sealed only without the trading, then we're doing just as well. Bestial Dispatter, holy fuck, straight in the deck. I got to actually figure out how our combos are going to work now, if we can actually set this up properly. What an opening, holy. Okay, we actually have trade bait, let's go. Bestial Dispatter. After pulling this beast, I've been doing exactly 2 things non-stop. 1, labbing out our new combo lines while trying to figure out which cards we should obtain next. And 2, sniping on the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 beta. Let's go. Come on. Oh. Fun fact, I used to be big on trick shotting and whatnot in Modern Warfare 2 back in the day, so if you're lucky, I might try and include like a little montage at the end of this episode. Anyway, you might be wondering how exactly we can make use of Dispatter when we don't have any Bastials in the main deck. Our engine currently has no way of banishing pieces that we can extend with, at least until we get our hands on an obsessive UV loop. This is a Fiend tuner that we can dump to the graveyard with Bone Archfiend. I'll show you the combo once we have it, but it's also a worthless common printed in both Ignition Assault and the 2021 Megatons. Most locals typically have bulk stacks that you can dig through for cards like this, so that's going to come in handy to us for actually being able to find a copy. And on that note, let's put our trade binder together, head to locals, and see if we can grab one, along with some other cards to upgrade our list. Here we go, I did order a new binder like I mentioned in the last episode, and it has arrived, and we officially have our trade binder set up and ready to go. Now, because a lot of the cards we need from this point, at least in the early game, are commons, the fact that we actually pulled some decent value secret rares is huge, meaning we're going to get some really nice trades off. So it's only a couple of pages here, but very nice start to our trade binder. And then of course we also have the etude at the back here, just in case we go down a bestial route. I don't know, the options are still open. We'll see. We'll see. I am going to hop in Discord and see if we can sort out some trades for locals, and then we can upgrade our deck even further. God's sake. Actually, insane, this is only episode 2. We're already making so much progress, dude. Here we are with the spoils from some successful wheeling and dealing. We got some trades done for some very low-end stuff here, but low-end stuff that will massively improve our deck. So we finally have some non-engine in the form of 3 common effect veilers. We got these off of Alex for a couple of supers out of our binder. So that was one trade, and then we traded with Cammy for a whole bunch of goodies. He took the Libromancer Ultra and the Secret Despian Luluwa, and in return, we got ourselves 3 Supe Duskwalker plus the Supe Garnet as well. This is going to allow us to extend through hand traps in certain situations, or it's just full combo if you see it alongside Crimson Resonator. These are surprisingly expensive, like £3 per common, which is crazy. We got 1 Foolish Burial. This also allows us to extend through like a hand trap on Soul. We can still get to the Bone Archfiend anyway through this, which of course also means this is in itself a 1-card combo. We also have Called by the Grave, very good card, originally printed in common in Flames of Destruction. We also got ourselves a rare Skullmeister from Tactical Masters. This is a level 4 Fiend monster, and it is a hand trap, so we can search this off of Soul Resonator, assuming we already have like plenty of stuff that we already need in hand. Actually has quite a lot of applications in this format, so definitely not a terrible card to have in our deck. We also grabbed ourselves a common Salamander Catalyzer, and I will speak about this in a second. This does allow us to play through Nibiru a little bit more, which is interesting because it changes the whole dynamic of the deck, and a lot of people that show you gameplay and combos for this deck, all those combos just play hard into Nibiru and get absolutely nuked. So we have to adapt our lines to actually be able to play through Nibiru, and I figured that this was the best enabler for doing such a thing. And then finally, we got the obsessive UV loop that I was just speaking about earlier. So I'll show you the combo with Dispatter that this enables, and then I'll also show you why we got this. All right, so here is the combo that utilizes Dispatter and the obsessive UV loop that we now have in our arsenal. We're gonna do Crimson plus Boner here, starting off with the Crimson Resonator to special summon itself. We will then normal summon Boner and synchro a 4+2 into a 6, summoning our first Red Rising Dragon here. Red Rising, of course, is going to activate and summon back the Crimson Resonator. Activating Crimson, we're going to summon out a Soul Resonator and a Vision Resonator from the deck. Soul is going to trigger on summon, adding us a Synchron Resonator to our hand. From here, we go 3+6 into a 9, summoning out our Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. And then we're going to special summon out Synchron Resonator and go 9+1, making a 10, and that is our Bestial Dispatter right here, triggering Synchron to add back the Soul Resonator from the graveyard. We're then going to activate Boner Engrave, sending the Soul that we just added to our hand back to the graveyard to special summon itself. And we're going to activate its effect, targeting the Crimson Resonator, reducing its level by 1 to dump our UV loop. From here, we can go the Boner and the Vision, 4+2 into our second red Rising Dragon. Of course, Chainlink 1 red Rising Dragon targeting the Synchron Resonator, and Chainlink 2 Vision adding a Speller Trap, which will be Crimson Gaia. Synchron Resonator gets summoned here. We can then proceed to activate the UV Looping Graveyard, so banish a Synchro from field or grave to add itself from grave to hand. Then we can activate its second effect, banish a Synchro from field or graveyard to special summon itself. And that is a 4 plus a 1 plus a 1, which is 3 tuners, 6 levels, plus 6 is our red Supernova Dragon coming out here. And that will once again trigger the Synchron Resonator. We'll add back the Soul Resonator for follow-up. We can activate the Crimson Gaia and activate the effect to add a red zone to our hand, set the red zone, activate Bestial Dispatter to summon back a light or dark monster, the Abyss, and that is our end board that most combo guides are going to show you with just those 2 cards. However, there is a problem with this. If we rewind back to this game state here where we activate the Crimson Resonator effect to summon out the Vision and the Soul, we then activate the Soul to add a Synchron Resonator. On resolution, if we get hit with Nibiru here, which is the most likely spot, we cannot recover. So everything would be going to the graveyard. We get our token, Vision Resonator would trigger grabbing a Crimson Gaia and then essentially a Fiendish Golem. That is literally all we would be ending on if our opponent has Nibiru. And that is why I picked up a copy of Salamander Catalyzer. I'll show you what we do instead. It does mean that we don't end on the Bestial Dispatter combo board, unless we absolutely know our opponent does not have Nibiru. So if we once again revert back to this stage where we've just summoned back the Crimson Resonator and we activate the Crimson Resonator, I feel like if we are in this position and we want to play through Nibiru, we have to summon out Soul Resonator and Synchron Resonator, and on the effect of Soul Resonator, we have to add Salamander Catalyzer. This forces the Nibiru out at this point because otherwise we can go straight into the Supernova and dodge it. So if we don't get Nibiru here, we're fine, we're ending on something. And if we do get Nibiru here, everything would go to the graveyards. We would of course get our token, and the Synchron Resonator would trigger, adding the Soul Resonator to the hand. We would then activate the Salamander Catalyzer, revealing itself plus the Soul Resonator, discarding itself to special summon the Soul Resonator, and then we would activate Bone Archfiend's effect in graveyard, sending a card from hand to grave to special summon itself. Effect targeting the Soul Resonator to dump a Vision and reduce its level by 1. Vision would trigger, adding the Crimson Gaia. We can activate the Crimson Gaia and activate the effect to add a Fiendish Golem. Then 4+2 into our red Rising Dragon effect, summoning back the Soul and getting us to our Abyss plus Fiendish Golem. So we at least have a couple of interruptions through Nibiru rather than just going balls to the wall and losing to it. Now, something that we actually have to consider is that by taking the safer route that plays through Nibiru, what are we actually giving up in terms of sealing of our end board, so that we can then weigh up the pros and cons and see if it's worth playing around Nibiru or just hoping our opponent has it. So let's assume our opponent doesn't have Nibiru and we are playing around Nibiru. We activate Crimson Resonator, summoning out the Soul and the Synchron. Soul triggers, adding the Catalyzer. We don't get Nibiru and we are able to go into the red Supernova Dragon. So summoning that out here and triggering the Synchron, we are still going to add back the Soul Resonator from grave to hand. A question you might have is, how does red Supernova dodge Nibiru? Well, if your opponent activates Nibiru in hand, even if they control no cards, you can chain the effect of Supernova to banish itself. Nibiru will then tribute nothing and stay in hand for red Supernova to then return to the field at the end of the turn. So from here, we are going to activate the Salamander Catalyzer, revealing the Soul Resonator and discarding itself to special summon the Soul Resonator. And same as before, Bone Archfiend, sending a card from hand to grave. It's going to special summon itself, effect, reducing one of the levels by 1. To send the Vision Resonator, and that will trigger to add a Speller Trap. Crimson Gaia, we can activate the Crimson Gaia, and because we have red Supernova, we're better off searching the red zone here instead of the Fiendish Golem, because this way we get the double board wipe on the red Supernova Dragon because it's a soft once per turn rather than a hard once per turn. Set the red zone, 4+2 into red Rising Dragon, summoning back the Soul Resonator, 6+3 into our Abyss. So we have Abyss and our double red Supernova Dragon banish with the red zone. The only thing we're missing here is the Bestial Dispatter when you compare this to the other combo. So you're essentially risking it all and losing to Nibiru for the sake of one additional interruption in the form of Bestial Dispatter. So I think it's better just to go for this safer line of play, and then that begs the question, do we even need the Obsessive UV Loop if we're not going for the standard Dispatter combo? And the answer to that is, I haven't figured that out yet. Maybe it comes up. We are still, of course, learning the deck and trying to figure out how we can play around all kinds of different interruptions. Nibiru, as of right now, potentially a non-issue, assuming we open our combo hand. There's a lot of other theory we can get into as well, but let's not make this a snooze fest. Yeah, we'll spread it out over the next couple of episodes. Like I said, we got our trades done at locals, so there I was trying to throw everything into the deck super quickly before the tournament starts without putting too much thought into the list. Goal is to test the new cards and see what works, so let's get to it. Alright, round 1. After trading Kami for all the cards we needed to upgrade our deck, we immediately get paired against him and win the die roll against his branded Chimera deck. This is probably the most meta matchup we've had so far, so it's going to be a good test for what's to come. So with that being said, it's time to duel.
Time started.
Good luck and have fun.
Visionary call. Oh, is it actually? That vision.
Yeah.
Effect to special summon.
Yes, sir.
One of those in the
Normal summon. Effect out of level 4 lower field.
I'm gonna ash.
Yeah.
So we make little night plans.
I took the wrong route. That's fine. I'll pass through.
Cool. I'll draw.
Yeah.
Stand by.
Yep.
Special.
Yep.
Federal effects.
Sure.
Nonsense. Effect to search.
Yep.
We'll go Chimera Fusion.
Yep.
And then we'll go chain 1, 2. So, oh no, wait, we don't want to lose anything right now. Yeah. I'll add the. And then we go back to fusion. I'll pick the Kotal to add a card that matches Chimera. Battle first?
Yeah.
I'll swing with him first. This one, banish it. Then we declare.
19.
And then I'll set a color in phase effect. Yo, it's Skullmeister, the newly acquired Skullmeister.
In the draw phase,
Who you got in draw phase?
I'll go Resonator Command, Anti-Vector Cost.
Sure.
Bone Arch and on Resolution, Vision Resonator Effect. Add a spell trap that mentions Arnia.
Yes, sir.
Stab by me.
Yes, sir.
Resonator Call.
Add a resonator. Yeah. That is a
Back to special.
activate effect.
Yes. Activate from the guy.
Yes, go ahead.
Back to search. Normal summon. Effect. Level 4 lower feet. Then Catalyzer. I'll activate the effect for real one.
Sure.
Discard this special.
It's not as bad as
Nope.
For 1, 2. We'll go Chimera, Popping.
Pop the soul.
Yeah, I guess so.
And draw 2.
Yeah.
Let's go next game. I should have normal summon the Skullmeister instead of the soul,
Yeah.
so that I don't lose the hand.
Guess you go first, Chief.
Yeah, I'll try not lose to Ash this time.
Asking a lot here.
Alright, good luck.
No chance, you too.
Okay, in the draw phase.
Yes, sir.
Let's go for Resonator Commands, card things. Order. Standby. Resonator call.
Yep.
That's Frozen.
Yeah, and a 4.
Back to special.
Yeah.
Normal summon. Effect target Crimson.
Yes, sir.
Crimson effect. Back to summon. Anything here?
Now you're good.
Synchron effect, target soul to add back.
So it stays on the field.
Yep. Real soul. Discard itself, smash the soul. Activate Crimson Guy. Back to search. Back to border, send for cost. Back to summon itself. Let's go. Effect, target this.
Yep.
Decrease its level by 1. Effect, that is one trap.
Oh my god.
Effect about 6 times special.
Effect, target soul.
Yep, lethal.
I will attempt to go end phase.
And the main.
A few weeks ago.
Chain.
I already had more, and then at the same time I bought like 5 packs.
Surprisingly cheap.
Like I look at a lot of lists and it's so much.
Proceed to end phase.
It's a normal swing structure deck on the only one.
Yeah, I use
Chain.
Because like they were just sitting
almost
That's
identical.
negate or something else.
Banishes every card you control.
Oh, wish I got Fenrir now.
On resolution. Back to red zone. Back to sound.
Is it soft lock the card I'm guessing?
I was getting,
Of course it is.
Yeah.
always their target. Because you send this and then send Garura.
Chain 1, chain 2.
My crossman, so
I guess.
Joel, you cry, but I do do love that.
We'll go to Chimera Fusion.
2 per.
Yes.
But banish good.
Until the end of the next turn.
Target, right?
Hey,
Yes.
Yeah, it's like
Banishes the fusion as well. Resolve the end phase effect.
yeah.
Drop. Stand by main. Back to summon back.
This is just lethal.
Attack. Yeah, back phase.
Yeah, go for it. Good luck. Have fun.
Yeah.
First time I've activated Rand Fusion since the structure that came out.
It's actually.
Yeah. I literally hate rounded. Here we are. Go send me out.
that's exactly what I did.
And we'll go effect of the gazelle.
I had to look at my.
Your.
And hold hold effect.
Because I kept seeing so many.
No more sword. He's got the effect for
Brother Veiler, target, chain Chimera fusion.
My actually is a little weird. I don't understand why.
Chain Veiler, target. Let's go.
This is so sad.
I will sell you anything.
Alexa, play
They're probably
this.
like a.
I'll set a card. And I'll
Drop turn. Stand by men. Activate Crimson Guy.
So if you don't
Back to search.
sell,
That's soul rest. Back to special.
Sure.
you don't get
Activate flush.
they're playing.
Oh my god, it's the boner.
Warner.
You can send Crimson Guy, I can't send himself.
One DS model.
I'm learning these combos.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous, I hate this.
Normal summon. Effect. Add a 4 or lower fiend.
Sure. On the res.
Yeah.
Reese's favourite.
Oh, Hannibal time.
I don't have this card, but I could buy speed.
I have 2 spells.
I think this wins the game.
I hope it does.
Pass.
Fine. Oh no, we're going to spellcast, isn't it? The Galleon effect.
Yeah. I can actually play this.
Yeah, it's actually right.
Any of the Alba stuff,
It's just a pretty. It's just a pretty.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, let's go.
You had it as soon as we flipped the card.
Yeah, I know.
Yep, Cammy takes the dub through a series of interesting games actually. Game 1 we could have played through Ash if we normal summoned Skullmeister instead of the Soul Resonator. Game 2 we played through Nibiru, and then Game 3 we figured that we have nothing to do against There Can Be Only One. So after losing round 1 we go into a bye, which is an automatic win for round 2 when there's an odd number of players. Round 3 we end up playing against Ryan's Pure Labyrinth deck. We lose a die roll and just can't play through the traps in Game 1. Game 2 we somehow managed to outgrind him through a couple of Nibirus over the course of multiple turns and take the win. And then Game 3 we get barrier looped, GG. Finally round 4 we play against Jay's Dinosaur deck and we do lose the die roll, cannot break his board Game 1. Game 2 we go first, he can't break our board, and then Game 3 he's going first but he breaks and reveals nothing off of Prosp, so we kill him through an Ash. That gives us a 2-2 record overall on paper, which was I think a 9th place finish, but of course one of those wins was a bye, so we're only counting 1-2 towards our score, giving us a current total record of 4-3.
I didn't get nothing. Oh, I got a Nimble Angler. Give me the you're finished. You're finished. Thank you. Thank you. I can search this.
Bit of an unexpected trade with Jess at the end there for a common Archfiend Eccentric. This is essentially searchable back row removal. Actually an unreal amount of progress in this episode, but there's still so much to talk about and so much to figure out. I think non-engine is probably our next priority, and then we can get a list together and discuss playing through hand traps and things like that from there. It's going well, man. I'm loving it. This is fun.